Oh wow, that is nice. That is a interesting way to transport to store a movement. Nevertheless, here we are. This is a Shirakami Fubuki slash Grand Seiko kind of style watch build. So here are most of the parts. I will say this, I was inspired by Elliot Coll's 62 Moss watch build because I didn't know you can buy a whole watch off of AliExpress for just about $100. All of these parts, just about $100. If you're just starting and you need to buy tools and stuff, I will say with these, buy some good quality ones. These have given me trouble on 2 other projects so far. Get some bugging ones or get a hand presser. We also have a loader sticker to put on top of the loader. Just for style points, you know. So, let's get started, shall we? Now, this is the movement. This is the NH36 movement. Let me see if everything works. So, that is the movement, the NH36. Now, take a look at the dial. Would you just look at this? That is really pretty. So, these have 2 feet for 2 different crown positions. And we need to take 1 set off. Now this is a 3 o'clock composition case, so we need the feet, the 3 o'clock position. So I think that should be the ones that you need to take off for 3 o'clock. And now to sand this down, as there are little bumps and the dial needs to sit flush so that there's no interference with the hands later on. So I'm gonna sand this off screen because I don't want metal shavings getting into the movement. So I'll be right back. Okay, that's good enough. Let me just throw any metal shavings off. I can't get over how good this dial looks, bro. I like this dial a lot. So now we need to do is put the dial on gently, just like that. Wonderful. While it is still out like this, I'm gonna do the loader sticker to a right below. So you don't want to blow on this side where you see the loader and everything, because if you do, you could potentially blow oil in places and grease that you don't really want oil in. Okay, I'd say that's pretty good. Tiffany blue color, the closest I could get to Fubuki's color scheme with the options I had. So here is the fun part, in quotation marks, that is setting the hands. Now these are Grand Seiko inspired hands, and oh my word, the finish on these things is gorgeous. Look at that. That looks really good. I fucking love it. So I guess I'll save these hands for a different build. Which Hololive talent is green? Fauna. I feel like Fauna would fit a field watch. maybe that's another video. But it's time to put the hands on. Just look at it. Okay. So now here's the okay, now let's take the case out. Now I don't have a case opening tool, but I do have something else that works just as well. Does it have a rubber gasket? It does. So it's time to remove this crown stem out of the box, since this isn't actually the crown stem you're supposed to use. This is just to see if things work or not, and just to play around with it. Here's the actual crown stem. Oh god. Make sure you have spares. When you buy this or buy parts off AliExpress, have as many spares of these things as humanly possible. You'll see why in a moment. I made this don't remember this. These movements have 3 positions. We are currently in the hand setting position. To take the crown out, there is a setting lever right here that you hold down and like pull out at the same time when you hold it down. Do not do it in any other position than the winding position all the way at the bottom. That is the only position you're supposed to take it out. Do not put in the date adjust. Do not put in the time set, because this will fuck up the clutch and the keyless works. Leave it in the winding position. There we go. So now the stem is off, and we can now drop this inside the case. Does this have a movement spacer by any chance? So now we take the crown stem and screw it on. So this is the part where I say you're supposed to have a bunch of extras, because now we're going to have to cut this stem to size. Now what I have here is my caliper. I am just going to measure the base. Always make sure when you take the stem out, the watch is in the winding position, because you will break your movement if you do that. I cannot stress that enough. Unless you know how to fix your keyless works, you're better off buying an entirely new movement. That took like 40, that took a whole fucking hour to sand that stem down to size. Oh my god. I should probably grease up the gasket actually. So with some cases, they'll actually come with a gasket that you would have to grease up in a grease container and reinstall. So this basically makes it so that it helps in with its water resistance. And the way this gasket was put on makes it slightly difficult to reinstall. Oh wow, that looks really nice. Damn. Okay, let's put the bracelet on. Man, look at that. The contrast between the blush finish and the Mila bracelet, Jubilee bracelet, looks really nice. Wow. Well, I think that does it for this video. Thanks for joining me on actually my first watch build. I don't think this watch is coming off my list for days, months even. This is gonna be my rotation. I'll see y'all in the next video.